The Shanghai Cooperation Organization, or SCO Summit in Tianjin in northern China was more than just another multilateral meeting. For India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi, it became a stage to project India's strategic independence, balance tactical partnerships, and send out a clear message. India plays by its own rules. In a big win for India, leaders of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization have strongly condemned the April 22nd Pahalgam terror attack in Jammu and Kashmir. But their joint declaration stopped short of naming Pakistan. SCO nations, including China and Turkey, expressed deepest sympathy and condolences to the victims' families and stressed that perpetrators, organizers, and sponsors of such attacks must be brought to justice. While vowing to fight terrorism, separatism, and extremism together, the bloc underlined that sovereign governments bear the primary responsibility in countering such threats. The inclusion of the condemnation at the Tianjin summit is widely seen as a recognition of India's firm and proactive stance against terrorism. Earlier, India had opted out of the SCO defense minister's statement over differences with China and Pakistan on addressing terrorism. The declaration came after PM Modi tore into the double standards on terrorism at the summit. In a stern warning, PM Modi stressed the need for a united global front against terror, making it clear that double standards will not be tolerated.
सुरक्षा, शांति और स्थिरता किसी भी देश के विकास का आधार है, किंतु इस मार्ग में आतंकवाद, अलगाववाद और अतिवाद बड़ी चुनौतियां हैं। आतंकवाद सिर्फ किसी देश की सुरक्षा ही नहीं, बल्कि पूरी मानवता के लिए एक साझा चुनौती है। कोई देश, कोई समाज, कोई नागरिक अपने आप को इससे सुरक्षित नहीं समझ सकता। इसलिए आतंकवाद से लड़ाई में भारत ने एकजुटता पर बल दिया। इसमें एससीओ रेड्स की बहुत महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका रही। इस वर्ष भारत ने जॉइंट इंफॉर्मेशन ऑपरेशन को लीड करते हुए अल-कायदा और इससे जुड़े आतंकी संगठनों से लड़ने का इनिशिएटिव किया। हमने रेडिकलाइजेशन के विरुद्ध समन्वय बढ़ाने और मिलकर कदम उठाने का भी प्रस्ताव रखा। टेरर फाइनेंसिंग के खिलाफ आवाज उठाई। इसमें मेरे समर्थन के लिए मैं आभार व्यक्त करता हूं।
So the SCO Summit is concluding with some important takeaways and a big win for India, which has called for global action against terror and has clearly called out double standards in the fight against terror as unacceptable. Very important to note that the Tianjin Declaration took into account the Pahalgam terror attacks. Now, at the SCO Summit, Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif cut a lonely figure, struggling for relevance as the spotlight stayed firmly on PM Modi, President Xi Jinping and President Vladimir Putin. When PM Modi, President Xi and President Putin were seen chatting and shaking hands, Shehbaz Sharif walked past unnoticed, standing awkwardly on the sidelines like an outsider. Moments later, Shehbaz Sharif hurriedly rushed towards Putin, who was walking alongside Xi Jinping. He tapped the Russian president from behind and managed to grab a brief handshake. Another desperate attempt to be seen. Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif cutting a lonely figure at the SCO Summit in Tianjin, struggling for relevance as the spotlight stayed firmly with Prime Minister Modi, President Xi Jinping and President Vladimir Putin.